So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down. It's a Monday, and it's everyone's favorite day of the week, mine included. And today we are having a 2020, that's a 2020 Crianza, and this is from the Marqués de Cáceres. This is a gorgeous wine. I poured it just a few minutes ago as I was starting up the computers. I've had my nose in it for some time now. This is so full of red fruit. It's mind-blowing. It's a deep red, but it's still somewhat translucent. But it is very much an oak, vanilla, secondary, tertiary over the red and some dark fruits like plum and blueberry, blackberry. It's a fruity bowl. On the palate, it's dry, it's tannic, it's bold. It's slightly more acidic than it would be soft. It's got some very interesting legs if you consider those. It's just a gorgeous wine. This is a fantastic wine. This one will set you back about 16, 17 euros. It's not terribly expensive. It's pretty pricey, I guess, for European standards, but there's a lot more out there. There's a lot more than that. So, but as far as a daily wine, yeah, that's up to you in your taste. But this is definitely not a bad way to go when it comes to a special dinner with a special dinner guest, right? So that would be my Schatzi, who is not here. She had to go over to southwest Germany. She's in Rhineland-Pfalz, but she'll be back tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. After 34 years, you'd think we would welcome a break, but I don't think that's the case. We're kind of like, "It's my best friend," so that's not what that is. It's all good. And what a busy day it's been today. I noticed on my way home that I have a ton of comments I need to get to, and that makes me so happy. So if you left a comment yesterday, I want to get to it while we're processing today, but I'm just here to tell you it's pretty awesome. Thank you so much. It would be quite surprising to find anything ugly in there. I'm pretty sure we won't. We have a very, very nice audience, but I'm still waiting on that first troller. But regardless, what a wonderful thing to see that so many people have commented. That really makes my day. So straighten up my posture, try to get settled in here, and try to keep my courage up, even in the absence of my darling bride. So we have a Matthew Stock and Michael Lieberman construction. I'm familiar with both of their work, but it looks like this might be their first. Yeah, they make their collaboration debut here. So interesting enough, I'm really liking that. If you didn't get a chance to read the bio on the constructor from yesterday and for Saturday, I would suggest you do so. It's a really interesting stories. I never read them ahead of time because there's always answers in there. And I don't like getting that ahead of time because I'm not a very good actor when it comes to that. I like to just solve as I go. And just if something stumps me, it stumps me. I could care less. I'm not like all sitting here going, I got to be right about everything. No. In fact, you've been watching me for a while. I say I have no idea an awful lot. So what do you say? Let's hop into our grid today. See what we got. Gosh, can you believe it's September 15th already? And I got to tell you, I was going to do what happened in history, but nothing really, really significant over the other things. And it was a lot of things that happened today. In history. So it's kind of like, why even bother with it? And the dictionary.com word of the day, I don't even remember what it was. I think it was lucid. I thought, we'll just skip all that altogether. I need to come up with my own list of words that we can just do whenever dictionary.com's got something rather, commonplace. So, competitor of Denny's and Waffle House. I can't think of anything other than IHOP off the top of my head, unless we've got a Monday Rebus. Summer drink that might cause a brain freeze. How about an icy? We learned the other day that was invented at a Dairy Queen. Pretty cool. I didn't know that before. Not another step Okay, how about halt? Name, or let's see, home for a Neanderthal. It would be a cave. Above, over, okay. All right, and a winged horse of Greek myth. I might remember that as Pegasus. And popular online brokerage, I'm assuming E-Trade. And brings into the family, I'm thinking we're probably adopting. By the way, we watched most of a Torch Song trilogy last night. I realized several years ago that I couldn't stream it anywhere. And it's one of the best movies of all time. I was really upset about that. And so, I don't know, a couple years ago, I found an unopened one on eBay for a lot of money. But I just bought it because I thought, I'm going to own this sucker. And we finally watched it. It's crazy. We sat down and watched it. We ran out. We went all the way through The Bear, and there was nothing really to watch for us. We got to find a new show right now. So, yeah, that's what it was. But anyway, really interesting story. But yes, I got to say, we were going through that, and I was really Harvey Fierstein and Matthew Broderick. They adopt this 15-year-old kid. I mean, it's just really, it's an up and down roller coaster of a movie. But yeah, it's good. It's a good movie. I really hate that it's not streaming, or at least available somewhere for everybody to see it. I wonder why that is. One-dimensional in math. And I'm assuming we're talking about something that is linear. So, drench could be to soak, and liqueur in a mudslide. And now I got to remember how to spell Kahlua. I know what it is, but I know there's an H in there somewhere, and where that goes, I don't know. So we'll just figure that out as we get there. So what do we got here? Hotel discounts for conventioneers, Pittsburgh. Its capital is Accra, and that would be Ghana. I know where the H goes there. Hotel discounts for conventioneers. Okay, how about group rates? And so far I got a Kahlua. One of 18 on a golf course could be a hole. I think we found our H. So now we can get the Kahlua in there. All right. So, cracker often eaten with chowder. Clam chowder. So how about a saltine? And let's see. I know we're getting all out of whack here. Bank robbery could be a heist. Knee part commonly repaired by a sports doc would be the anterior cruciate ligament. Spy's info gathering mission would be recon, which is kind of funny, which is what I did in the Army. I was a maneuver officer, but specifically reconnaissance, surveillance, and target acquisition. So I was thinking to myself, did I ever think of myself as a spy? No. But yeah, I guess, I mean, that's what a cavalry scout does. It's interesting. Yep's opposite. How about a nope? Bright choices for artists. So probably oil pastels. And what do we got here? Way too uptight. Oh, yeah, that could be anal for sure. Okay, so Hebrew name meaning high. I think it's probably Eli. Location could be a site. Wrap this down. Echelons could be tiers. And I think we had that yesterday as well, but it was the balcony level of an auditorium or something like that. What security clearance grants? I'm assuming we're talking about access. And really? Is it? Sure. And winter hours in DC. How about Eastern Savings Time? Get out of here. How about shoe? Flies into buttermilk. Coaching axiom suggested by 1727 and 49 across. Let's see. Engrave could be to etch. So Zoom call, VIPs. I guess we're talking about hosts. What each letter in Roy G. Biv represents would be a color. Literally the colors Red, green, blue, we kind of get that, but then everything in between, right? You know, it's really kind of interesting, right? The colors of a rainbow. Brain, low quality internet content, brain rot. Okay. Let's see what this is. There's probably no I in team. Places to stay overnight, probably inns. Shellless gastropod. I don't know. We're talking. I really don't know. Let's see. Item on a mechanic's belt. So it would be a tool, maybe. And let me square up later note could be an IOU. So I guess we're talking about a slug, maybe. Special trip away from the house. Common time for lunch. Noon. So I'm thinking maybe this is an outing. Let's see. So we got a slug here. There's no I in team. I'm assuming we'll do a quick check. Then we'll get back up to the top. See if we can figure out what's going on. We got some circled letters here. So CPR, administering crew for sure. It could be EMTs. Does some summing. Oh, ads maybe. 36 inches would be a yard. Oh, so let's get that R in there. Pop-Tart. Are we calling it a breakfast pastry, really? All right. Out of battery juice. Could be dead. Hippie t-shirt technique. I'm assuming tie-dye. I don't know how to spell tie-dye. I've never spelled it. I don't believe I've ever done that. Magic Johnson's real first name. I'll have to be reminded. Rosetta Stone. Okay. And I guess we're talking about an I here. Ford Explorer and Honda CR-V for 2. How about SUVs? And brief appearances by A-listers in films, Baltimore. So I guess these would be cameo roles. Yeah. And what do we got here? Big concert venue, could be an arena. So I think this is Irvin. But if it's, I'm pretty sure it'd just be an I. If it's a Y, we'll know if we're wrong. We'll try that one first. I really don't know. Skips as a syllable would be Elides. And totem pole, prompted on stage. That's my cue. I'm on. Practical joke. How about a gag? Let's see if we get somewhere with this. And Edgar, the ballet class. Degas. So uncommon could be rare. And common origami bird, crane. Starting alphabet quartet. Okay, A, B, C. I really wanted to put AC/DC in there. I don't even know why, and it wasn't even going to fit, even if it had. I mean, it's just part of the body with a lobe. Brain, it's got one, but it's too many letters, isn't it? Double click as a file could be to open, and pungent, open. Gosh, I hate when I do that. Anyway, pungent, round, deli order about an onion bagel. Poem of praise would be an ode. Reason for teens to rent a limo. Okay, how about prom? Boy, I guess I was quiet at work today, and I got no one to talk to here at the house. My motor mouth has not been motoring. I am like, just all getting warmed up here. I should have did that whole, the lazy brown dog jumped over the quick brown fox or something a few times, and Sally sells seashells by the seashore a whole bunch or something. Make a choice could be to have opted. Ingenious fix. Well, I don't know what's going on with the thing. I'm going to have to look at it. A Red Cross for the American Red Cross would be a logo. And say, oh my God, say, are we clutching our pearls? Are we gasping? Okay, so stinky smell. How about an odor? Very nice. We've got an Apple tablets, the iPads. So I'm assuming an ingenious fix could be an elegant solution. shun, and 3 squared would be 9. So headwear for a monarch would be a crown. Alternative to an iron in golf would be a wood. Vietnam's capital would be Hanoi. And how did we do, Bob? So let's take a look at this and see what we've got here. So we've got an elegant solution, and we've got Gantz. Let's see, San Francisco, Pittsburgh, Prates. Oh, I get it now. So we've got Baltimore, Orioles, but there's no I in team. So the San Francisco Giants, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates, we got the Baltimore Orioles, and there is no I in team, and there's no I in those teams. That is a pretty clever grid. Well done, Matthew Stock and Michael Lieberman. This was a beautiful grid. It was exactly what you'd want it to be for a Monday. Not extremely challenging, but when it all comes together, there's a pretty nice gift in this thing, right? It's a pretty cool little Easter egg when it's all said and done, and that makes this fantastic. So for our Monday solvers, our Monday, Tuesday beginners, this is a good one, right? You know, and there's a little bit of something in it there for you. So, well done. Why don't we bring down our Benny Air Dad too, and we'll call this just a Monday. We did it. We got through it, and it was fun. At least I thought so. I want to just thank everybody for hitting the like button. I know it's a pain, but it really does help the algorithm bring more people like you to the table, which is what we want. You know, that would be nice. And but we are growing, and when you do subscribe to the channel, I always subscribe back to you. Because then I can see what some of you who post things are actually posting stuff, and gives me a chance to see what you're sharing with the world as well. So it's always kind of a fun thing. So just want to say thank you to everybody, you know, for being there. Our watch to our unsubscribe to subscribe viewer rate is always right at about 50-50. So wow, if everybody just subscribed, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? But we'll get there when we get there. So until we see you tomorrow, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Servus. Grüß Gott. Ciao. Cin-Cin. Be well out there. Yeah, it's nice to be. Just be good to strangers, right? You know, be welcoming. And remember all of those thick foreign accents you encounter. Those are spoken by people with the hearts of lions. I mean, just cœur de lion. These are brave, courageous souls, because when you go to a new world, a new land to live and work, that takes guts. Until tomorrow, be well. See you then. Cheers.